Okay, we're talking about delivering things through the internet, delivering instruction through the internet in case we have a virus of some kind. And so I'm here with Mr. Davis, and we're looking at some things that he's already got in place. So starting out in Google.
What I do is I start out in Google. From there, I go over to, and this is if I'm at home, I go to Home, Madison School District, scroll down, Employees, and Quick Link. If I click on Quick Link, I have saved my username and password in it, so I sign in. This brings me to my to my class link pages. If I come down to my unified classroom, it's got the big red P on it. Click on that. That brings me here. This is one of the most wonderful pages that I've seen in a long time. From there, what I'm going to do, I can check my students out, I can do communication with parents. Instead of communication here, I go through Dojo. Class pages is where we're going to go. So I go to class pages and I click. That's just once. And it loads up with this. Now I've named it Mr. D's Fantastic Fourth Grade. And if I go down, that's all that they're gonna see right here. This is my first class page. And I do everything from this page.
And this is right inside PowerSchool.
This is in PowerSchool. And so I'm gonna come down. The parts that I've done the most on would be my math at this point. I come down to math, I click on the arrow, and I've divided my math into two sections, topics 1 through 8 and topics 9 through 16. Right now we're on topic 8. Well, we'll be on topic 8 next week. So I click on it, and it brings up my topic 8 here. As I scroll down, here it is, math topics 1 through 8. I come down and I'm going to go to topic 7, which we're just finishing up. And here they are. This is my topic 7, lesson 1. And here's my lesson. I purchased a PowerPoint presentation from Teachers Pay Teachers, and I took it and used Camtasia and went through the whole slide presentation with me sitting in the upper right-hand corners. So the kids can see me.
Yeah, go ahead and give us a little bit of that.
Yeah, they can see me, and yet they see what's going on. This is what they're gonna see. I just click on it, come over, enlarge.
Nice music.
This topic is topic 7. We're just starting a new one. And the title was Factors and Multiples. This, I think, is going to be a fairly simple one. It's only 5 lessons.
So then you've got these out on YouTube, and you just put the links right in.
These are on YouTube. I've got them unlisted because it is something that I bought from Teachers Pay Teachers. So I've got it unlisted where other people can't get in. This is just my class that can access it.
Okay.
So, but the kids love that they can see me up here in the video, and yet they can see what's going on here. This video itself, it was a total of a little less than 11 minutes, and I've tried to keep them down, about 10.5 minutes. So, an example, we can do an array 1 by 12, 6 by 2, 3 by 4. So.
And then you're explaining that up in the upper corner.
Yes, as we're going along. In fact, here you go.
Turn it, and we have 12 rows with 1 in each. So even though we've got...
Now, if teachers didn't have all the fancy things and with the camera and whatnot, they could just have the sound like we're doing right now.
Right, right. So it makes it a lot easier.
In fact, what we're doing right now is just on my phone.
Mm-hmm. Now, thing that I really like about this is I'm teaching it, I'm using it in class to teach with. Mr. Shirley comes in, he looks around, he goes, it's like you're team teaching with yourself. And so I'm team teaching with me. I'm saying things to the kids on the screen, I pause it, I give them more information, and then when they go home, they have access to it because it isn't through PowerSchool.
And then if parents have a question on it, they can just back up the,
You can pause, you can rewind, you can take as much time as you need to do the problems. There's a lot of places that I do say, pause, let's talk to your parents about it or talk to peers about it.
and then no coronavirus.
No, not on this so far. Hopefully we don't get it.
Yeah.
So minimize it again, it goes right back up in here. And as I scroll down, my very next one, this is one that I'm working on. I'm trying to get this worked on. This is actually me walking them through the story problems on pages 372. And so now the studio that you saw me in on the first video, that's one that I've got at home. It's just the backdrop. I've got my computer with the screen capture on it with PowerPoint, very easy to operate. This one is a little bit different. Well, I'll play a little bit of this one for you. They all start with the same music, end with the same music.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. It's story problem time, and I am on page 372. This is your page that was math practices and problem solving. It is the backside of your guided practice. I am just...
This was their homework.
Okay. So let's say that they can't come to school to get that. Can you deliver that sheet that they're working on electronically to them? Could they access that?
I should be able to. I have not figured out how yet.
Oh,
I've got to just probably copy it, and then I
let
can
them download it.
and then let them download it. What I did here is I put a whole bunch of buttons, and I haven't got this figured out yet. I'm still working on it, but this would be problem 15, and I was hoping that they could just click on it, take them to problem 15.
Yeah.
If they had problems with problem 19, click on problem 19, take you right to there. I haven't got it worked out yet.
Okay. Let me just ask you in conclusion, how isolated or cut off would your students be if all of a sudden we had to shut things down because of a virus type of thing?
Between the PowerSchool, between the dojo, I think that we can keep things pretty much going.
Okay, explain Classroom Dojo.
Classroom Dojo's a phone system where I can take and I can put messages on. I can send it to the whole group of parents, or I can just send it to one parent at a time.
And just about all of our teachers here at Lincoln.
Most of the teachers are using it.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful. I've got another video I wanted to show you. By the way, this is the studio at school.
You're doing that right here in your studio.
This is here, yes. And so I'm actually...
22 rows with one, but it's the same factors. The other one was here.
I'm actually drawing on a piece of glass that's in front of me. So
Makes you look like you're left-handed.
it makes me look like I'm left-handed, and I'm very ambidextrous.
That's easy for you to say.
I'm something there. So, but if we go down, I haven't got all the videos done. I've got all the lessons for this topic, and I got to this point. Now, the idea of letting them go to one problem and then jumping to another one, this is what I did to help out there. We come across, and let's say...
What can I multiply by 8 and come with the picture?
Up here is the numbers of the problems. This is actually problems 4 through 7. So I'm talking about problems 4 through 7. I can scroll down here. I'm watching the upper right-hand corner,
You tell where you are.
and it just changed.
Yeah.
No, it didn't change.
Yeah, it went to 6, 7.
Oh, went to 6.7. There we go. So instead of having the buttons, they can just drag it across and they can see it.
Okay, let me ask you a quick question.
Okay.
Let's say that, I mean, you've got a lot of sophisticated equipment here that we've spent a lot of time, making it look real slick. Let's say that we had to do everything with a phone. Could teachers do similar type of things like I'm doing right now with just a
Sure.
phone?
One thing that I've seen is where they take papers and they'll draw the problems out on papers. And then instead of having it automatically come up, what they do is they just put the paper down, they photograph the paper, pull the paper back, put another paper down that's ready. And so it's all in their papers.
Okay. I think that's about it. I think with the technology that we have, posting things up to YouTube, it would not require a lot of, no space in terms of what the district would need to store
Right.
that. Just put it out on YouTube. You can have an unlisted URL on there so that just they could have access to it. And it looks to me like even if we did have, let's say, some kind of catastrophic type of thing, if we would be prepared for it.
Right. Another nice thing, if a parent doesn't have access, hasn't figured out how to get into PowerSchool, which I've got a couple, I've been sending the URL for the YouTube video home on Dojo.
So you've been doing that already.
I've already been doing that also. So they've got two methods. They can go through the Dojo and click on the Dojo address, the URL from the Dojo, or just go through PowerSchool, and everything's there at PowerSchool.
Okay, very good. Now, we haven't touched on video conferencing. We haven't touched on we haven't touched on music from the 50s, the 60s. But you could have group things as well. So, but it looks to me like we've got a lot of things in place already. So we're ready.
And still learning.
Yeah, still learning.
There's still so much more that can be done.
Yeah. Okay, thank you much. Any last thoughts?
I don't know, I think that's it.
Okay, thanks.